The Scorpio new moon is happening November 13th, 1:27 a.m. Pacific time, 4:27 a.m. Eastern time, and 8:27 a.m. Universal time. So adjust the time for wherever you will be on the planet, my friend, during this new moon in the deep diving, emotional, get to the truth sign of Scorpio. This is the first new moon that we are having post-eclipse season, and we are no stranger to Scorpio energy because we just had the Taurus full moon lunar eclipse, which was opposing Mars and Mercury in Scorpio, and Jupiter in Taurus was amplifying the Sun, Mars, and Mercury energies in Scorpio. So in a way, this is a continuation of what we've been working with. Shared partnerships, resources, deep longings for some of us, passionate heart's desires, and how we can release what's no longer serving us and bring into fruition what our hearts most want. So during this new moon, we are going to be seeding intentions in these matters of feeling safe and secure, trusting ourselves, trusting our partnerships, being fiercely honest with ourselves about our finances and our resources. Do these things that matter so much to us have stability for us? Are we on the right track? In one or more of these areas, we're seeking a new beginning, a passionate new beginning, one that deeply touches our heart. Scorpio is very much connected to heart energy, but this new moon also has a wild card energy because Uranus is opposing the sun and the moon. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the nuances of the aspects. I highly encourage you to watch the introduction to the video so you can get a sense of how you can best work with all of the energies involved, not just Uranus, but Mars is conjunct this new moon and Neptune is involved as well. So there's a complexity that I'm going to break down for you in the introduction. And as always, I'll be letting you know who will be most feeling these energies, who will feel most affected by this new moon, and I'll be doing 12 sign readings. In your readings, I'm going to pull an oracle card for each of you. I'm going to channel a message from Spirit, and I'm going to let you know in which house, in which area of your life you are going to be having this new moon in Scorpio. Before we go deeper, I want to say hello and welcome if you're new to me. I'm so glad you found my channel. Subscribe so you don't miss my next video. You have found a like-minded tribe, my friend. And hello and welcome back to those of you who've been watching my videos. Thank you so much for your support of my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you so much. And hello and welcome to my Sunday chat friends. Every Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, you are all warmly welcome to join us in the chat when my videos go live. I'm Betsy Gutting. I'm a psychic astrologer as well as an intuitive life coach. And in my videos, as well as my professional astrology consultations, I weave together divine downloads, intuitive insights, channeled messages, as well as Western tropical astrology. So if this intrigues you, I invite you to stay tuned to the end of the video when I will tell you more about my astrology consultations as well as my coaching, and that'll help you get a sense of whether you feel called to work with me. I also have a free gift for you, and I'll tell you all about that at the end of the video. For those of you who would like to receive my weekly inspirational updates, my astrology updates, direct to your inbox before they go out on social media, just go to my website, subscribe for free, and you will get that instant download free gift right away. Now, who will feel this new moon in Scorpio most intensely? This new moon is happening at 20 degrees of Scorpio. So those of you who have planets or points between 16 and 24 degrees of Scorpio, or the other fixed signs of Aquarius, Leo, or Taurus, you will feel this new moon most intensely, most personally. But all of us have 20 degrees of Scorpio somewhere in our natal astrology chart. So wherever you have this in your chart, and I'm going to be telling you where you have Scorpio energy in your chart when we get to the 12 sign readings. But for those of you who like to look at your chart and see where this is happening, look and see where you have 20 degrees of Scorpio. And of course, how this new moon affects you personally will depend on the other planets or points in your natal astrology chart. The aspects that this new moon is making to your specific planets or points, which I can share with you in a personal astrology reading. Socrates said, the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. So during this new moon, we are going to be drawn, we are going to be pulled toward the areas of emotional and physical intimacy in our partnerships, in our most important relationships, as well as our finances, especially shared finances. Now, when I say shared finances and shared resources, I don't just mean with a partner. This could be with clients. This could be with business partners. This is sometimes with financial institutions where, for example, you have retirement money invested. And this can also be your own deep connection with your soul, your inner soul partner, as I talk about in my book, The Magic of Saying Yes. The energy of Scorpio often brings up deep soul longings, and it shows us where we feel that something is missing in our lives. Because this involves our deepest feelings, our deepest yearnings for the things that we most want in life, and these are emotional connections. Scorpio rules 8th house matters. The 8th house is the house of transformation, death, and rebirth. So this is our detective self. This is a part of us that is willing to do the deep dive down into the metaphorical ocean and find out what is the root of something. What is the treasure that we have underneath the surface of our conscious mind? This takes us down into unconscious realms. And this is why people often say Scorpio energy is intense. Yes, it can feel intense. This is the stuff that we want the most, the stuff that makes us feel secure and safe and stable and fully alive. This is about coming fully alive. As Howard Thurman said, don't ask what the world needs, ask what brings you alive, because what the world needs is people who have come more alive. So in 8th house energy, not only are we looking at money, time, energy shared with other people that are important to us, we're also looking at debts and taxes, alimony, we're looking at inheritances, the stock market, as well as any unhealthy patterns in the realms of partnership and money. So this also includes addictive behaviors, the things that we do to fill in that space when we feel like something's missing from our lives. So one of the beautiful things about this new moon is we may get very in touch with something that we are longing for, that we are yearning for, that hasn't come to fruition for us yet. And what is in the way? This is a deeply reflective new moon. And as my colleague Robert Holden says, when something is missing from your life, that something missing is you. And to me, what he's talking about is our soul connection with ourselves. What's missing when we feel like we need something that's outside of us to fulfill our passion? And we all feel this. We're all human. We all want those juicy love relationships. We all want to feel abundant financially. We all want to feel safe and secure. But what Robert Holden means when he says what's missing is you is your deep soul connection, that knowing within you that you are what you seek, that the path to what you seek is within you, the path to what you most yearn for is within your soul. Now, all new moons are when the sun and the moon come together. They have a date. They have a really sweet date. And they get on the same page. They do brainstorming, they do heartstorming, they reflect together. It is the divine masculine within us and the divine feminine within us coming together, making a plan, getting sparked with a new possibility, a new idea. What do I want next? What do I want most? What is really stirring within me at a deep level in Scorpio energy? Now, during this new moon, not only do we have the sun and the moon together conjunct, but we also have Mars. Mars has joined the date. So now we have the date of the sun, the moon, and the Mars. And what I love about this is that Mars is our inner drive and motivation. It's our desire. So Mars is showing up with the sun and the moon and saying, okay, sun and moon, whatever you come up with, whatever you want most, I am going to see it through for you. I'm going to help you take action. I'm going to show you the steps. I'm going to bring you the inspiration that you need to move forward on this. Now, Mars is also the divine cord cutter. Mars helps us to release what isn't serving us. So how brilliant is this? Not only do we have Mars directing us and inspiring us and motivating us and willing to take action on what we need most, but Mars is also saying, I'm going to help you cut cords to what isn't healthy for you. I'm going to help you release what isn't in your best interest. And so this could be a behavior pattern. This could be releasing some addictive substance. This could be letting go of a relationship, or maybe spending the same amount of time with someone that you've been spending that isn't raising your vibration or fueling you. And another thing I love about Mars being side by side here with the sun and the moon is that because Scorpio is a fixed sign, often in Scorpio energy, we don't want change. Fixed signs like to maintain. They maintain the status quo. And it can take a lot for Scorpio actually to cut the cords to something. It can take a lot. But with Mars here, I think we're going to have extra oomph on the heels of that Taurus full moon lunar eclipse. By the time we get to the Scorpio new moon, we're clear on what isn't working for us. We're clear on what we need to cut cords to and what we need to say no more of. Now, the lower octave of Mars energy is frustration, it's anger, it's violence in some cases. And certainly we're seeing this play out in the world right now. So this new moon may have you take a deeper dive into your emotions. If you're feeling anger, if you're feeling frustration, if you're feeling these, what we call negative feelings, and there's nothing wrong with anger or frustration, right? It's a conversation that our body is having with us about how we're feeling. And we can get the motivation to do this processing work. Because one thing I can tell you from having coached clients for many, many years is often the last thing we want to do is process our feelings, feel those feelings. And in Scorpio energy, a lot of times we're afraid of getting swallowed up. We're afraid it's too much. We're afraid of like a big flood of emotion coming in. If that's true for you, my friend, set a timer. Literally, you can set a timer. I'm only going to feel these feelings for a half an hour, and then I'm going to move on with my day. And that can help you move the energy. We want our heart's desire to come to fruition. However, if we have unprocessed emotions, anger, frustration, pain, anxiety, vengeful feelings even, which often come up in Scorpio energy, if we're having these, they are taking up the space. They are not a match for what you want in your next manifestation. They're not a match for that. These emotions cannot coexist at the same time with our big, beautiful, bright manifestation of that new love relationship, that new job, that new career, that new business, the more expanded finances. That is not a match with these energies that we may have been pushing down and repressing. So hopefully that's enough motivation to move us into that place of sitting with our feelings, breathing through them, processing them so we can make room for what we most want. And the good news is that Neptune in Pisces, Neptune retrograde in Pisces, is helping us to move these energies out of the way. It's helping us to process our emotions. It's making a trine, positive energy flow, ease and grace, the wind at our back. It is flowing us down the river of the things that we're feeling that we need to release. It's going to help us with that. It's going to help us tune into our soul. It's going to help us tune into our higher self, to our angelic guidance, our spiritual guidance. So if you need that assistance, my friend, that will be there for you. In addition, Neptune in Pisces helps us to connect with our new vision. It can also be kind of a pull to escape reality, I have to say. It can have us putting on rose-colored glasses and seeing someone through the lens of our own projections of who we think they are rather than the reality of who they are. But as long as we're aware of not being drawn into that unhealthy escape, a few moments of fantasy, dancing to your favorite song, music and movies can really uplift us during this time. I see this energy as the high priestess. I see this energy of our higher self, us being able to go to that inner wise woman or that inner wise man for assistance on our next step. So that's really beautiful. Now, the modern ruler of Scorpio is Pluto. Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth. Pluto is direct in Capricorn now, and it is making a very wide sextile to the new moon. It is so wide that I think most of us will not feel this energy, but I think it's worth mentioning because Pluto is connected with power and control. And if anything, because it's a sextile, which is positive energy flow, it's a very supportive aspect. If anything, this is going to help us to stand in our power even more, and it may unveil a truth, help us to see a truth we haven't seen before. It may shine the light on something that is going to help us to move forward again with more ease, grace, and flow. Now, I want to touch for a moment on the Sabian symbol to this new moon because the Sabian symbol is quite beautiful and quite telling, I feel. This is 20 degrees of Scorpio, and the image is a woman drawing dark curtains aside so that she can see a new path of light. She is opening up to a new sacred pathway. And because it's sacred, it's the soul's pathway. So I want to share with you what James Burgess, who's an astrologer and a Sabian symbologist, says about this Sabian symbol in Scorpio at 20 degrees. He calls it faith in the future, and I found this quite inspiring. He says, we have no way to know all that could happen in the future, yet a certain inner attitude makes it possible to trust that all will be well. Through the deepening of faith, we are opening up to an expanded future. And he adds, our desire nature, the passionate queen of all feelings, I love that so much, the passionate queen of all feelings is directional. It is pointing us to whatever is the most exciting way to penetrate deeper into the mystery. The soul is indeed courageous and free. The essence stuff is the spirit of daring. If we feel this, and only when we feel this, we are aligning with the soul and its eternal life purpose to have unending adventures. So an increase in faith, the courage to step out, the courage to be bold, the courage to say yes to a new sacred path are all aspects of this new moon. So this really aligns with the Mars energy, giving us a courage, giving us a boldness, giving us a faith to step out, even though we don't know what the future is looking like. Remember, my friend, this is brand new territory. Our souls haven't been here before. That Taurus lunar eclipse wrapped up a 2-year cycle of eclipses on this Taurus Scorpio axis. We're in brand new territory now. This is a whole new beginning for us in an epic way, really. And because this new moon is at 20 degrees 44 minutes, some astrologers would round up and look at the next Sabian symbol, the 21 degree Sabian symbol, which I also looked at, and I found that quite fascinating in this way. That 21 degree Sabian symbol is obeying his conscience. A soldier resists orders. Obeying his conscience, a soldier resists orders. Now that almost gave me the chills, kind of spooky chills when I looked at what's going on in the Middle East right now, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a turn of events like that, if we see people saying, I'm not fighting anymore, I'm not going to engage in this violence anymore. I doubt that it will get publicized. I doubt we'll see this on the media, but that is very likely during this new moon time to see that. Metaphorically speaking, this is us invoking the courage. Once again, courage is the theme between these two Sabian symbols, invoking the courage to act in alignment with our values, our true values, our soul's path, regardless of the consequences, regardless of what other people think, us having the courage to follow our own souls, knowing our own inner guidance. So this is us freeing ourselves, liberating ourselves, and that aligns with the most potent aspect of this new moon. I'm saving the best for last. That is Uranus making an opposition to the sun and the moon in Scorpio. Uranus retrograde in Taurus. And for some of us, this will be a breakdown, breakthrough energy. Uranus is the great awakener. It brings in the jolts, the surprises, the aha moments, the epiphanies. The light bulb goes off. We see something we didn't see before. But yes, it can also be disruptive and chaotic and frustrating and annoying. I know I've been through this. Around the time that I decided to move to Mexico, Uranus was squaring my natal Uranus. It's now off of my natal Uranus, but this whole year that I've been in Mexico, Uranus has been squaring my natal Uranus. So what has that meant for me? Uranus is an electrical energy, and in Taurus, we often feel this in a real physical way. So everything that's electrical in my apartment, my refrigerator broke down 3 times. My ceiling fans have been replaced. My air conditioner went on the blink. I've gone through light bulbs like crazy. Pretty much everything that could have broken in my apartment has broken. The good news is I hope, fingers crossed, it's all fixed now. But the beauty of Uranus energy and what it did for me is Uranus squaring my natal Uranus gave me the courage. It gave me the oomph. It gave me the energy and the enlightenment, really, to think outside the box, to think about moving to another country, to think about living in a different place than I had imagined living before. And this is what Uranus energy can do for us. It really does wake us up to new possibilities. It says, what have you not thought about before? What choices, what options might you consider? What opportunities are available to you that seem way out of the box? There is no box. There is no box with Uranus energy. What do you want to create brand new, says Uranus? What do you want to innovate? It's innovative energy. So during this new moon, Uranus could bring you some sort of wake-up call. I'm sorry to say that. It's uncomfortable. I don't like the wake-up calls any more than you do, my friend. They are really hard on our nervous system, and they often make us feel quite unstable. They help us, though, to increase our resilience. They help us prove to ourselves that we can do it. They help us prove to ourselves that we're stronger than we knew before, and that we can adapt, and that we're so much more creative than we realize. Uranus and Taurus helps us to be really resourceful, and big picture, because of this, it evolves us at the soul level. So no matter what happens during this Scorpio new moon with this Uranus wild card energy making an opposition to the new moon, what I hope you will remember, if something comes up that you would not have ordered, that you would not have asked for, if there is some disruptive out of the blue surprise that you didn't expect. And with Uranus energy, no matter what we think is going to happen, like I think, well, is my refrigerator going to, even though I have a brand new refrigerator now, finally I got a new one. I think, is that going to break again? No, that's not what's going to happen, because Uranus, by its nature, it has to be something that we're not expecting. But here is an affirmation for you that I think might help. No matter what happens, I will rise to the occasion. I will get my needs met. And then you can also ask Spirit, if I do need a wake-up call, please make it gentle. I'm open, I'm paying attention, I'm listening. I promise to be curious. And I know this sounds like a little bit of begging here, but during this new moon, Spirit, I promise to be available to your guidance. Make it as gentle as possible, please. Okay, my friends, so let's do the 12 sign readings now. Listen for your rising sign. That's the area of life in which this new moon is happening for you. Your sun sign is how your ego, life force, personality is experiencing the new moon. And your moon sign is how you will feel this emotionally and in your relationship. So let's start with Scorpio. Scorpio, this is your new moon. Happy birthday to all my beautiful Scorpios out there. I hope you have the most beautiful, delicious, emotionally satisfying new moon, beautiful Scorpio. Scorpio, you are experiencing this new moon in your first house. Your first house is your roles, the roles you play in life. It's your identity, personally, professionally, what you call yourself, your title at work, your titles within your family, how you see yourself, how you want other people to see you, your self-image. This is a really important house because with a new moon here, it's on an angle of your chart, and that means it affects all the other important angles of your chart, your home, your career, your relationships. And that means that this is a turning point new moon for you, especially because we just had the lunar eclipse in Taurus, making so many aspects to Scorpio planets. I think this new moon is going to be you may feel like you cleared out a lot of stuff during that lunar eclipse, and now you're here starting this brand new beginning. What does your heart want most? What do you want in terms of an identity? I feel, Scorpio, that you are now launching a whole new spiritual identity. You are more and more connecting to your spiritual self, relating to that part of you that maybe has been through the ringer. And I don't mean to, I'm not laughing about that. I just, that is like an acknowledgement laugh. I know that you have been through it, and maybe you have cleared a lot now. And now you are more and more realizing that you are a brand new person. So the things that you would have settled for before, you're not settling for. You have a higher expectation of life, and especially in your relationships and how you see yourself. You're seeing yourself in a higher light. Now, Scorpio, your message from Spirit is that it is time to come out and be the spiritual warrior that you are. When we go through really hard things, then we rise to the status, and first house is status, the status of spiritual warrior. It's where we can really see how strong we become, and the gifts of soul, the wisdom, the strength, the resilience that we've received in exchange for the difficulties and the losses that we've had. So your message from Spirit is that anything you've gone through has been very meant to be in terms of your soul evolution, Scorpio. So this is a new moon where you may take a bold step. You may release something, a habit, a behavior pattern, a relationship dynamic in order to step into that new spiritual warrior self. And as I'm speaking, I'm shuffling the cards. Scorpio, and I'm going to pull a card for you. I always have to take a breath because I've just been spewing. Okay, Scorpio. Your card is Wonders. Wonders, beautiful Scorpio. This card always reminds me of two things. One, it reminds me of the Taurus energy that is across from you because of its earth energy, the crystals, and the purification that comes from crystals. It also reminds me of this purple energy is the highest vibration that you can have. It is the crown chakra. It's your connection to divine source. So I feel like this card is saying, tune into the wonder of life. Realize that you have many more wonders, Scorpio, that are available to you. I mean, things that we call wondrous, things that we say, wow, I'm blown away by this wondrous event in my life. Also, just the natural beauty of life that the miracles of life that we often are not aware of because our heads are so buried in the minutia of life, right, Scorpio? So this card is saying as well that you are a wonder. You are filled with this purple energy, and during this new moon, especially with the trine to Neptune, I highly encourage you to tune into that Neptunian energy. You can even tune into Neptune itself and ask for epiphanies, ask for a magical opening, ask for it to raise your consciousness, ask it for the awakening or the breakthrough that you want, Scorpio, if that's something that you're seeking. Happy new moon in your sign. Okay, Libras. Hello, beautiful Libra. Libra, you are having the Scorpio new moon in your second house of earned income, of your values, of your self-esteem, your sense of deserving, your self-worth, your self-love. So Libra, this is where you're having a new beginning. This is where you want something new that you haven't had before, or that maybe it's been missing in your life for some time. As I said in the introduction, during Scorpio energy is where we're often very aware of what is missing in my life. So for you, this could be about wanting to make more money. This could be you applying for new jobs, getting a promotion, up-leveling, upgrading in this area of your life. Your message from Spirit is it's time to release and let go of something that you've been holding on to that you may have been unconscious to, or maybe you're still unconscious of it. It's about a narrative or an old story about what you're capable of, what you can have, basically. The idea is that Spirit says hold yourself in higher esteem so that you see you're capable of, you're deserving of a higher octave in this realm of income, possessions. This is the material security of your life, second house. This is the good things in life. This is the good life, that you are worthy of more of this than you realize. Some of you Libras, you're worthy of more. You deserve more. And Spirit wants you to awaken to this fact. And part two of this message is, in order to have this awakening to what you really deserve and to up-level your expectations, to release any grievances against yourself or others. Anything that you are holding against yourself, a past so-called failure, a past so-called mistake, it's time to release that so you can make room, so you can raise the vibration of, so that you can raise your current vibration so that it matches what you most desire. And what you desire, you can have, beautiful Libra. Okay, so let's shuffle the cards for you, Libra, and see what the cards have to say for you. For your new moon in Scorpio, Libra. Libra, I'm laughing at myself because I felt like that was so off tune. Okay, not that there was a specific tune. There wasn't. I'm making it up anyway. Libra, look at your card. It's delight, delight. I love this card. Delight, of the light. You are of the light. Your life is of the light when you choose that. There is so much thriving energy in this card. I love the bird, which is air energy. That's your energy, Libra. And this bird, I feel like, is basking in the magic of life, crystals, crystalline energies around this bird, beautiful blooming pink flowers. You possibly need, Libra, raise your hand if this is true or leave me a comment. Do you need more delights in your life? Do you need more joy? Do you need more juiciness? If you do, this card is saying, give it to yourself. You don't have to ask anyone else for it. There are many delightful things in life that are actually free. So it's not about money. Like any excuses that are coming to you, I have to work, I don't have the money, I don't have the time. Spirit says no. Let go of those. This is what you need. This is going to give you the energy to do all the things that you need to do, all your responsibilities. And this is an essential nutrient for your soul, beautiful Libra. So if this resonates, let me know. I'd love to hear. Okay, Virgos. Hello, beautiful Virgo. Virgo, you're experiencing the Scorpio new moon in your third house. Now, the third house is traditionally about communication, mindset. It's a lot of things. It's also your local neighborhood. It's your hood. It's your siblings. It's your neighbors. It's landlords. It's all of your devices, everything electrical, including your vehicles. It's also short trips. It's where you do all your local networking, where you all do all of your local errands. It includes a lot of things, but what this is really about is your mindset about your life, how you're feeling about your life, how you feel, especially in Scorpio, this is how you're feeling about living where you're living, your location. Is it working for you? Do you want to make a change here? Is there something you want to upgrade? This new moon is about upgrading your local environment in some way, shape, or form, or releasing a dynamic with maybe a landlord or someone else in power, since Scorpio is connected to Pluto energy and that's about power. Maybe you're releasing some sort of dynamic in a relationship that's a third house kind of relationship. It's not just neighbors and landlords, it's also siblings, and it's aunts, uncles, cousins as well. So it could be someone in your extended family that you are releasing or healing something with, that is then setting you free. This new moon wants to set you free. Now, Virgo, this new moon has a really nice flowing energy to your energy. It's a sextile, which is solutions and new opportunities. So this is going to bring some ease to this process that you're in during this new moon. And your message from Spirit is it's time to claim your prize. Spirit said, claim your prize. Your worth. You have worked hard for whatever it is that you want during this new moon. It's a life upgrade for you. You've worked hard for it. You are worthy of it. Claim it. Just claim it. I'm worthy of this. I deserve this. You can even use the word entitlement, even though that has negative connotations. But this, I mean, like soul, your soul is entitled to this. Your soul has gotten to the level of evolution to be a match for this. You are a match for this, Virgo. It is yours. Just claim it. Okay. Was I emphatic enough? All right. Let's pull a card for you, Virgo. Virgo, what is your card? It is. There's big trucks going by. This is the time of day that the trucks are so active. This is going to be an active new moon. That's what I'm feeling with these trucks. There's symbology in everything, right? Everything is energy. This is going to be an active new moon for you. When we have a third house new moon, that is busyness and activity. You may have to pause and catch your breath and take a break. Transformation is your card. You are transforming. You are bringing out more of your true colors. And I see your true colors shining through, beautiful Virgo. You are really coming alive. Your butterfly self is about to bloom if it's not already. You are opening up your petals and you are shining out your light. You are rising from the ashes. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous validation of anything that you've been through that's been difficult. Any kind of shedding of a skin or releasing a layer that you've done, beautiful Virgo. This is what Spirit meant now. I see you have done the work. You have gotten yourself to the level of the vibration of what it is you most want. You deserve the best, beautiful Virgo. Okay, Leos. Hello, beautiful Leo. Leo, you're having the Scorpio new moon in your fourth house of home, family, childhood conditioning. This is your house of your roots. This is where you want belonging, you want acceptance, you want to feel like this is my home, I belong here. This new moon in Scorpio makes a square to your energy. With squares, we feel extra motivation. There is a tension there often. There is a decision there often. There can be an inner conflict, but it helps us to move forward. It helps us to push us over the edge of if we're on the fence, to push us over, to get us in the place that we need to be. So this is about taking action. It's going to push you into action if you need to be. Some of you will make a move. Some of you will do something. Some of you will say, I'm not happy in my home anymore. I need to redecorate. I need to rearrange the furniture. I need to, maybe you are, some of you could be refinancing your home. You could be building a new home. Your family, people who live in your home could change. The configuration of family members or roommates could change for you as well. Or some of you, I just got the hit, some of you just really want to move further away and you are like gathering the courage or doing the research. Really good. Scorpio energy is really good for researching. You're researching other places to live perhaps, but you're going to have the courage to make the move. Now, your message from Spirit is that even if you feel stress and tension during this new moon, you have the grit. That was the word that came through. The grit to push through this. You can push through anything. You can move through anything. Call on your inner strength, Leo. You are, after all, the strength card in the tarot. You can do it. You have the fortitude and the inspiration I'm feeling in my heart right now. As I say that, I've just felt this nice, beautiful tingle in my heart. You have the inspiration, the drive of your heart. And after all, we do have Mars conjunct this new moon that's really going to help you to move through anything challenging. So Leo, I'm taking a breath. I shuffled the cards for you. What is the card for Leos for the new moon in Scorpio? Your card is, they're stuck together. Ooh, freedom, Leo. Freedom. What a great card. You're going through a portal. You're soaring through a portal. You are going into whole new territory. There's all of this beautiful light in this card. This golden energy, this yellow energy is you having a new consciousness, seeing through new eyes, opening up to a new like seeing with new eyes, a new level of awareness. And that opens up the portal. That opens up the light. That opens up the path for you to soar through, beautiful Leo. So what a gorgeous card. Do you want freedom? Uranus opposing this moon is really going to help give you that freedom. If this resonates for you, Leo, I would love to hear. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Okay, Cancers. Hello, beautiful Cancers. I have my moon and my rising in Cancer. Cancer, you are going to experience the Scorpio new moon in your 5th house of true love and romance, creativity, full out, unbridled creative expression, saying yes to your heart, saying yes to doing the thing that you think you cannot do, beautiful Cancer. This is also adventure and pleasure and passion. This is the house of fun, Cancers. Can I get a yes and amen? Thank God I finally get to have a new moon in the 5th house. I have to say I'm happy about this myself. I'm very ready for a 5th house new moon. And I just took quite a long pause, Cancer, which I will edit out of this video. I just took quite a long pause because there was a loud truck, many loud trucks going back and forth in the last minute. And for me, that energy means this is going to be a very energetic time for you. This is going to be maybe where you're going fast. 5th house energy, we can move faster than we need to. Now, how funny is this? Your message from Spirit is enjoy the ride. And I wish you could hear that, but I'm not going to have you guys hear it because it was really annoying. But Spirit says enjoy the ride. There is some sort of something that's going to happen for you, Cancer, during this new moon. If you open up to it, open up your heart. What it feels to me like with Uranus making an aspect to this moon is that it may be unexpected for you. It may be something that even scares you a little bit, but it's going to bring out passionate feelings. So it could be a love relationship for those of you who are single. Now, this Spirit says it's a deeper liaison, passionate feelings, if it is a love relationship. But also it can just be a passionate project, a passionate art project, a passionate creation of your very own. There are many kinds of ways of expressing yourself, of course. Because Pluto co-rules Scorpio, there could be some fear that comes up around unconscious stuff. So just be aware of that you may be purging some fear, and also be aware of anyone, just go slow, Cancer, is my advice to anyone that you meet. If you have any red flags at all, like really heed those red flags, because Pluto energy can really take us into the underworld when we ignore the red flags. Okay, so nothing wrong with that. It's all a learning opportunity. It's all deeply cleansing, but Cancers, you have been through a lot with Pluto and Capricorn opposing your sign, and you're probably not excited about going through that again. So what will be, will be. In Cancer, I forgot to say that this new moon in Scorpio makes a trine to your energy, which is just ease, grace, and flow. Very supportive aspect. Let's see what the cards have to say, beautiful Cancer. I'm excited for this 5th house new moon. Allow yourself to have the fun and the delight that you really need, the passion and the pleasure. Okay, Cancers. Cancer, what is the card? Ooh, Cancer, check it out. Thriving. Thriving. I love this card. Now, I am partial to giraffes, I have to say. Giraffe is one of my totems. I love the giraffe energy because the giraffe sees from a higher vantage point. The giraffe is lumbering. The giraffe is graceful. The giraffe, I feel, has a nobility about it. That's why one of the reasons, there's just a grace and nobility to giraffes, which is why I have decided it's my totem. But also all the pink in this card. There's so much pink in that soft, loving, but also vibrant energy, really vibrant and creative energy. And I know from having read the description of this card that this is about this tree, many, many, many thousands of years old, this tree having supplied shelter and nourishment to others. And that's your energy, Cancer. You are nourishing. You do provide shelter to many people. You do provide the love of your heart, your affection. You're very affectionate. And so it's time for you to receive that same nourishment back and that same thriving back. So put yourself first, Cancer, during this new moon. Put yourself first, your energy first, and enjoy the nourishment and the sustenance that is your birthright during this Scorpio new moon. Okay, Geminis. Hello, beautiful Gemini. Gemini, I have my sun in Gemini, my natal sun. Okay, Geminis, you are having this new moon in Scorpio in your 6th house, of daily habits, wellness, your mental and emotional health. It's also your daily, it's just daily everything. It's your routines and your schedules, how flexible you are, how much freedom you have, how much you're enjoying your work. It's all of those things. It really is about big picture wellness and taking care of your body, nutrition, your health, and your exercise routines, your strengthening. So very possibly, Geminis, you will make a decision to change something in your wellness habits during this time. Very possibly. You will decide to do more strength training, or to do more yoga, or to eliminate sugar from your diet, or eliminate alcohol. I mean, it could be anything, but everyone's different. But you know what it is that you want to do. You've probably already gotten the signs and the soul nudges and the intuitive downloads, right, Gemini, for what you want to change. Or maybe during this Taurus lunar eclipse, something happened with your body. I know it did for me. That was kind of a wake-up call that said, yeah, I've got to do more stretching. I've got to do whatever it is for you. Something may have happened that brought you back to an awareness of your physical body and what your physical body needs to stay healthy and limber and light and all those wonderful things. Your message from Spirit, and this could be something about your work too. It's not just health, it's also your daily work. So you may realize that you're burnt out on something, or that you need to change your job, or that you want a new job, you want to make more money, you want to change up your schedule, you want more flexibility, you need more freedom, any of those things. Your message from Spirit, Gemini, is that you may release something, and it could be something that was unconscious before. This could be a block that you could not see, but when you become aware of it, possibly during a reflection time with this new moon, you're going to have the ability, the ease, the flow, that trine from Neptune, you're going to have the ability to release it pretty easily. And that's really beautiful. That's going to bring you into a deeper level of soul satisfaction, the juiciness of life, more juiciness of life coming to you as a result. Beautiful Gemini. So I've been shuffling the cards, and now let's see, Gems, what your card is. Gemini, during the Scorpio new moon, your card is Wisdom. Well, that ties into what Spirit said. This is very synchronous because she is doing the deep dive. She is going to the bottom of the ocean and discovering something, a treasure that she's going to bring back up that is a nugget of wisdom, right? So I feel this is quite synchronistic with your message from Spirit about releasing something that becomes conscious that was unconscious to you before. You're doing the conscious dive to find the unconscious thing to come up, and that's going to open you up to a whole new level of richness in your life. Ooh, Gemini, I'm getting excited. Since I'm a Gemini, I'm getting excited about this. This feels really, really good to me. And recognize and acknowledge your beauty, Gemini. Acknowledge your grace. Maybe do some be in water, or do some dancing, or something that brings you back into your sensuality, a connection with your sensuality, because Scorpio energy is quite sensual. It is right across on the axis with Taurus, which is quite sensual energy. And some of you Geminis may need to reconnect with your sensuality for that deeper, beautiful experience of your own body's aliveness. So Gems, if this resonates, let me know. I'd love to hear. Okay, Taurus. Hello, beautiful Taurus. Beautiful Taurus. You are having this new moon in Scorpio in your 7th house of committed partnerships. Now, 7th house partnerships can be business associations as well. It's not just spouses. It is traditionally the house of marriage, but it's anywhere that you have a partnership with someone who has your back and they have your back. So it's often as well like best friendships or adult children, or just people that we say, this is one of my anchors in my life. They are anchors in your life, Taurus. Taurus, because Scorpio is opposite you on the wheel, this new moon makes an opposition to your energy. Because of this opposition, I think you're really going to feel it. And because Uranus is making an aspect to the new moon, I think this is going to bring you some sort of awakening. And when I asked Spirit for your message, I got one word, and it was enlightenment. Enlightenment. And that felt super powerful to me. So you will very likely receive some sort of epiphany, some sort of out of the blue awareness that opens you up to a whole new way of seeing Taurus, and it will be reflective of something in your relationship dynamics, maybe a way that you have done 7th house partnerships before, or what you're looking for, what you need most, or maybe it will open you up to something in a current partnership that will allow you to bring that partnership to a higher level of satisfaction and fulfillment. But this is definitely, whether you're single or you are partnered, this new moon in Scorpio is asking you, what's your vision for either upgrading your current partnership or calling in a new relationship, manifesting a new partner. So Taurus, let us see what the cards have for you. What do the cards have to share for this Scorpio new moon? And we just came out of that full moon lunar eclipse in your sign, Taurus. How was that for you? That to me was a very heavy eclipse, and it was aspecting my natal Neptune. It was, but I just felt the collective energy so strongly. So if I felt that when I only have Neptune in Scorpio, actually, if I felt that, I can only imagine what it was like for you guys who have personal planets, your rising or your sun and your moon in Taurus. So I have a lot of compassion for you, but I know whatever that was, it helped you clear something that is going to then bring you more alive during the Scorpio new moon. Okay, Taurus. Your card is Truth. Okay. There is a truth that's going to come. This is a very Plutonic card. to me. This is, remember that Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio. Remember that this is in your partnerships and that Spirit said you're going to be enlightened to something. This truth is going to open you up, is going to awaken you to something new. I really feel, Taurus, this is going to be an awakening new moon for you. You'll have to let me know in the comments if this resonates for you. But what I see here is a movement. And what I love about this tree is actually, if you look closely at it, there's a heart shape to this tree. There really is a heart in this tree. And so what this is saying is whatever truth that comes to you, it may have some darkness to it, that's possible, but it's going to open you up to new light, and it's going to open up your heart, and it's going to set you on a new trajectory. It's going to help you release, for some of you, something toxic in your life that you didn't need. It was weighing you down. It was draining your energy. It's going to be such a relief, I think, for some of you, and such freeing of your energy for what you most want in your life, beautiful Taurus. Okay, Aries. Hello, beautiful Aries. Aries, you are having the Scorpio new moon in your 8th house of death and rebirth transformation. This is the whole new you house. You're having your new moon in the house of a whole new you. This is your butterfly self emerging from the chrysalis. This is your phoenix self rising from the ashes. So this is really beautiful, Aries. This also involves, I have to say, shared resources. This is all the things I talked about in the beginning of this video, because this house is connected to Scorpio energy and, you know, in the whole zodiac and traditionally speaking. So this is about any money that you share with others or investments from which you receive some sort of return. It's debts and taxes, taboos, sexuality, all the things that can give us an emotional charge. But through that emotional charge, we grow, we shed a skin, we evolve at the soul level. This is the house of power, where we have power struggles, where we have power breakthroughs in our power, where we claim our personal power. So this could be a momentous new moon for you, Aries. This is where I feel there's going to be something, a truth that is revealed to you that is going to move you to the next level. When I asked Spirit about what is this for you, I got reckoning, the word reckoning. You are going to have a reckoning. You are going to have something reveal itself that moves you into a whole new level of being, a whole new level of awareness. And Spirit says, this is a truth that is going to set you free. It's going to move you forward. It's going to lighten your load. It is, remember, Aries, that Mars rules your sign. Mars is making a conjunction to the new moon energies, the sun and the moon. So you're getting a lot of support from Mars that you're really going to feel, I think, during this new moon, that is going to bring you to a new level of inspiration and just a feeling of like resolve. I'm getting the strong feeling when I tune into your energy of you are resolved, you know what you have to do, you're cutting away anything that's not serving you, you are easily making the cuts that you need to make, severing ties to anything that's toxic to you, and you're saying yes to your next chapter, your brand new life, Aries. You're saying yes to that. With the North Node in your sign, Aries, you have a lot of support for moving toward your destiny. And if you haven't watched my video on the nodes changing signs, I have 2 videos on that. If you haven't watched that, you definitely want to watch it, because the North Node's in your sign, and that's the direction that we are meant to go. So, Aries, let's see what the cards have for you, Aries. Aries. Your card is Enlightenment, Aries. Enlightenment. I love this so much. 8th house, the house of power, the house of truth coming to being revealed, something being discovered that is enlightening you, that is giving you the energy and the light. Look at all the light in this card, Aries. There's so much light. Okay, this card is very abstract, but I'll tell you what I see in it. And if you see something else, leave me a comment. Let me know. What I see is I actually see an ocean here, and I feel like this boat, this is a sail, a golden sail, and this boat is like being tipped up, and yet this golden sail is emanating so much light. It's like when the truth comes to be revealed, or when you receive that aha moment or that epiphany or that sudden realization, you realize you're gold at the same time. You realize the truth of who you are. You open up to your light at the same time, Aries, and it puts you on a new trajectory. It opens you up. It unleashes power that you weren't aware of or tapped into before. It unleashes a new level of power for you that then literally powerfully moves you forward. Beautiful, Aries. Okay, Pisces. Hello, beautiful Pisces. Pisces, you're having the new moon in Scorpio, which makes a trine to your energy. It makes a beautiful flowing down the river trine in your ninth house of expansion, Pisces. This is your spiritual beliefs. It's how you see life. It's a higher perspective on you and your life. It's seeing your life with new eyes. This is where you can have a change in your belief system. This is where you can let go of a way of thinking and embrace a new way of thinking. This is where the sage within you brings you some sort of awakening or enlightenment. On the practical level, it includes higher learning. It includes like certification programs or getting a PhD. It also includes long distance travel. So you could be taking a trip. You could be signing up for a learning program. You could be graduating from a learning program. This is all adventures. It's foreign travel. It's going long distances. But the big picture overall of the ninth house is it's where we expand through new scenery, through new wisdom. It's the house of the philosopher. It's the house of the proselytizer in the best of all ways. Like, being enthusiastic. It really is the house of spirit, and it's ruled by Jupiter. It really is expansive, very expansive energy. Also teaching and publishing here. So you could be teaching something for the first time, or changing the way you teach something, or doing a new presentation, or publishing a book, or publishing something else that is, because it's Scorpio energy, it's tied to the deeper knowing that you have. It's tied to something metaphysical or something mystical. So, beautiful Pisces. I'm shuffling. Oh, I forgot to tell you, message from Spirit. Okay, Pisces, another truck going by. Pisces, your message from Spirit is that some of you will have a dramatic shift, exact words, dramatic shift during this new moon. At the same time, it's important to go with the flow, to be in the flow, to not push the river, to not try and make something happen. Because this is a trine energy, there should be some ease to this. You should feel some grace with this. Spirit says that whatever the shift is that's happening for you, it's going to bring you a real soul level awakening. Beautiful Pisces. So let's shuffle the cards and see what the cards have for you, the message of your cards. This is a whole new adventure for you, metaphorically or physically or spiritually. And your card, Pisces, is Inner Peace. This card to me is very ethereal. This card is you very connected to divine energy. You are seeking peace. You are realizing peace. The pink flowers. Pisces, this is your energy, the two fish. The two fish. I'm laughing because at first when I saw it, I thought it was a different image. Anyway, it's two fish. It's your energy. You're going with the flow. You're realizing peace. I feel like this card speaks for itself, but the synchronicity between the message from Spirit about you going with the flow and the two fish, which is your energy, your sign, flowing through the water and seeing the wonders of life. Everything in this card, it feels so magical to me. There's a magic about this, Pisces. It makes me want to say, step back into the magic, believe in the magic, ask for the magic and the synchronicities of life to show themselves to you, to reveal themselves to you. This is your birthright, and this is what's on offer for you during this beautiful new moon. So Pisces, if this resonates, let me know. I'd love to hear. Okay, Aquarius. Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Aquarius, you are having this new moon in your 10th house of fulfillment, of vocation, of passionate, how you want to spend your time. This is career, yes, for many of you, but it's passionate career. It's you doing the thing that aligns with your life purpose. And it is legacy and retirement, semi-retirement for some of you. This is at the top of your chart. It's the most public house. It's brand new territory for you, Aquarius Spirit says. Spirit, really, when I tuned into you, I really got an emphatic, you have not been here before. Your soul has not been here before. Therefore, it will bring up fear. It will bring up some, I don't know, you might even feel confused enough that you don't want to do it because your ego may get quite triggered, quite triggered by what you really want to do, by how you really want to spend the next chapter of your life. But Spirit says, you've got this, and it's now or never. That's what Spirit says, now or never. Now, I don't think anything is ever now or never. I think there's always another way. We always have another chance in life. I think life provides us chance after chance after chance. But there is something that I think will resonate for some of you in this now or never. And maybe it's time to take that leap, whatever that is for you, because the cards, so to speak, are lined up for you. The stars are lined up for you. Everything is aligned for you in a way that this is the time that will maybe be the easiest time, perhaps, for you to take this new step, Aquarius. I don't know. Only you know. What resonates for you in your intuition? That's what matters. Okay, Aquarius. What is your card? Your card is courage. Well, gosh, if this is an alignment. Oh, I love it when this happens. I mean, Spirit was saying you're going to have fears, but you have the courage. You have the courage to say yes. This is about taking action. Do you see the waves in this image, Aquarius? There are waves. This is a rough ocean. It's a bit stormy, but there's so much creativity in the orange and so much healing in the green. It's not a dark storm. It's an enlivening storm. It's like one of those, like the sunset is happening, the glow, the light, the creativity, the colors, they're all happening. This is going to bring new color to your life. This is going to bring new passion to your life. But jumping in the water at first may seem a little scary. You may think that you don't have the ability to ride these waves, but Spirit said, you got this, you can do this. It's now or never. It's new territory. Go for it, beautiful Aquarius. Let me know if this resonates for you. I love this message. If you want to claim it below. I'd love to hear. Okay, Capricorn. Hello, beautiful Capricorn. Capricorn, you're having this new moon in Scorpio in your 11th house of hopes, wishes, and dreams. This is the house of true heart's desire fulfillment, beautiful Capricorn. This is long-term gains. It's a financial house as well, and it involves friendships, alliances, social media platforms, causes. This is also the house of the humanitarian. So this is a place that your heart very much needs to be aligned with what you're asking for, what you're intending during the Scorpio new moon. It really, really matters that you sincerely look into your heart and really are honest with yourself, Capricorn, about what you most want. Because your earth energy and Scorpio's water energy, this new moon makes a sextile to you, which is an opportunity. It is a solution. It is something perhaps that you didn't see before that is brand new, that's showing up for you, and all you have to do is say yes, Capricorn. Your message from Spirit is that this is a fresh start for you. I saw an image of you with a backpack on climbing a mountain. Now, part of that probably is that I know that most Capricorns, metaphorically speaking at least, are mountain climbers. They always like a new goal. They always want a new trajectory, a new target to hit. But I did see you at the bottom of the mountain, ready to take some steps, fully equipped. You have everything in your backpack that you need. And Spirit's message is that it's time to be open and curious and to leave your past in the past, Capricorn. Leave your past in the past. You can't take it with you. Nothing from your past can fit in that backpack, okay? It's heavy, it's burdensome, and it doesn't fit in the backpack. So during this new moon, you may want to do some reflection on any emotions that are coming up for you and let yourself feel through, breathe through, tap on. For some of you, I love tapping for this. Tap on those any triggers that are coming up and release them, because your past is the past. And Capricorn, what would you do? What would you say yes to if you didn't have a past? I love that question. I love that question so much. Whatever came to you, that is perhaps what your heart is desiring for this new moon in Scorpio. Let's see what your card has to say, Capricorn. Your card is trust. Trust the process. Trust that it's okay to navigate in just a little bit of moonlight, just a little bit of glimmer that is lighting the way. Maybe it's not showing the whole way. Maybe you don't see exactly how you're going to get from where you are now to where you want to be, but it's safe to trust. And as you trust the process, you will be given the clues one by one to take the steps you need to take to get you where you want to go. Beautiful, Capricorn. Okay, Sagittarius. Hello, beautiful Sag. Thank you for your patience. Sag, you are having this new moon in Scorpio in your 12th house, your 12th house of retreat. This is the house of the mystic, your divine connection. You're deep diving into those deep watery realms where your imagination gives you a treasure. Your imagination opens you up to new possibilities. This is where you can rewire your subconscious mind. You can change your story. You can come up with a whole new narrative about you and your life. It's the house of deep reflection, of soul journeys, hypnotherapy, guided meditations, and I have several of those for you on my YouTube channel that are linked in the description box below for you, for your support. But you may very well see something, Sag, during this new moon that illuminates your path, that shows you a truth, that opens you up to a whole new level of fulfillment. Now, your message from Spirit is that you now have the courage to see beyond an old image of yourself, an old way of valuing yourself, an old way of seeing yourself. Perhaps it is a narrative, maybe it is a story, or is the way you would describe yourself or your life or your limitations. You are now ready to transcend that description, transcend your limitations, go beyond what you thought you were capable of, beautiful Sagittarius, and have something more, something better, upgrade your life in some way, Sag. And because the 12th house is directly across from the 6th house of your daily work, for some of you, I think this will involve an upgrade in your daily work or in your wellness in some way. Maybe your mental health, maybe your emotional health, maybe in your diet, possibly, Sag. So that's all really good news. Okay, Sag, I love that. And especially because with the sun and the moon in your 12th house, Uranus is in your 6th house, and that's been working on you to change something in your health habits anyway, or in your work habits possibly. Okay, Sag, so something unexpected with that Uranus visit to your 6th house could happen that awakens you to the truth of who you really are and what you're capable of. Beautiful, Sag. Let's see what the card has to say for you. And your card is community. Sag, this card is saying that you have new community coming. This card is saying that there's someone or some people coming into your life that's going to be like a whole new tribe. It's going to be like a rainbow. You know, when we see a rainbow, we're like, oh, rainbow, I'm so happy. I'm like, rainbows are significant in terms of blessings, right? There are blessings coming to you, Sag, through community. And the butterflies, look at all the butterflies in the forest. The light streaming through the trees, and colorful light at that. Your true colors, beautiful Sag, are shining through. What a gorgeous card. There's something new, blessings, good fortune, new possibilities, perhaps a new job. Some blessing wants to come to you through community. So get out, Sag. I know this is a 12th house moon for you. 12th house moons often make us want to just hole up at home, and they make us not want to go out and do things. Take the time you need to rest and reflect. but also engage with community. It could happen through social media as well. Engage with community so you can receive these beautiful blessings. Beautiful Sag. If this resonates, let me know. I'd love to hear. My beautiful friend, thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your likes, for your comments, for your subscribes. When you subscribe to my channel, you send a message to the algorithm that then puts my videos out to more people. And you really support the growth of my channel, which means more to me than you know. If you would like to know how the Scorpio new moon is aspecting the natal points and planets in your unique astrology chart, go to my website, check out my astrology offerings. We can do a life purpose reading. We can do a natal chart reading. We can do a heart's desire reading. For all readings, I share with you what jumps out at me about your natal chart. What do I see? Your gifts, your talents, your potentials, as well as the current transits that are happening, not just with the new moon, but with all of the planetary transitions that we're having right now. And it's a lot. There's a lot of movement going on in our sky right now. So I share with you the current transits, how they're impacting you, as well as the upcoming transits and what you have to look forward to, what's ending that's been difficult for you, that's been challenging for you, or how long will those transits continue, and how the future transits can empower you as well. So go to my website, check out the testimonials that other clients have left, and that should give you a sense of whether you feel called to work with me. I can also support you with coaching, so check out my one-off clarity sessions as well as my deep dive soul alchemy coaching. As promised, I have a free gift for you, which is a soothing guided meditation to connect you to your heart, to reconnect you with your spirit guides. To get that free guided meditation, which is an instant download, just go to my website, sign up for my free inspirational weekly astrology updates, and you'll get that instant download immediately. Thank you to my Sunday chat friends for joining me today. I always have so much fun with all of you. Thank you for participating in the chat and being here. You completely make my Sunday morning. And thank you to those of you who watch at other times, whenever you watch. I appreciate you so much. This is going to be an empowering Scorpio new moon. It's going to take us to the next level of connection to our heart's deepest longing. So whatever your heart most wants, my friend, connect to it during this new moon. Set your intentions. This is going to be a beautiful lunation for all of us. So until my next video, my friend, I am sending you all my love.